Welcome ladies and gentlemen back to another video, and as you might notice I'm standing here in the classic fragrance room in my apartment where I recorded my first videos on this channel. And I know it's more fun to be outside recording the nature in a nice environment, but today it's really pissy weather, it's super rainy outside, it's gray, it's not flattering at all, so I have no choice but to standing here, put up some lights and a mic and just record here. So today I'm gonna give you my favorite 5 fragrances that I will keep if I'm gonna throw out the rest in my collection. So these fragrances are just, of course, my personal choice, the fragrances that I gravitate towards most in the moment, the fragrances that I've used the most in the past year or so. It doesn't mean that other fragrances are bad and you can't have another opinion. Of course, we all know that fragrances are so personal, and the smell and the scent, you know, how we perceive fragrances is extremely personal, just like looks and what we find attractive in the world. So, without further ado, let's start with the first fragrance here in my collection that I will definitely keep if I have to throw out the rest. We start with a little bit more playful fragrance in this category, in my opinion. And you all heard this before, Beau from Jean Paul Gaultier. This is what it looks like. This is a 75 milliliter bottle, and yes, you see I've only had it for not that long, but I took a lot of juice from this fragrance. It's a coconut fragrance. It's very, where's the focus? It's very coconutty. It's not that synthetic, I feel, but it's really playful fragrance. It has that tonka bean in the dry down. It's not as creamy as other fragrances. It has a nice balance between a beach fragrance and a club fragrance, if I'm gonna be honest. They have some really nice bergamot in the opening when you first spray it on, then when the dry down hits, it comes more creaminess with the coconut and the tonka bean in this fragrance. Jean Paul Gaultier's Beau, a flanker of the original Le Male, as you might know. Try this one if you haven't. It's one of my favorites right now that I would like to use if I'm going out, clubbing, bar jumping or bar hopping or what you call it, and stuff like that, maybe on a date. It's a safe fragrance. It's a very compliment pulling fragrance. Girls really love this fragrance as well, as do I, and I'm really happy about it. The next one up is for the more daytime situations, when I'm just gonna grab and go. Maybe I'm going to the shopping mall, maybe I'm going to work, maybe I'm going to meet a friend, maybe I'm going to a meeting almost, and this is Office for Men. And I don't take in consideration, guys, when I talk about these fragrances, just to let you know the price point and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, stuff like that. So this is just if I have these fragrances and I didn't have to buy them again, if I just have these 5 fragrances in a lot of juice left in them, that I would keep, of course, these 5 fragrances. So this is Office for Men. I know this is a little bit too pricey, and I get that, guys, but now I have it and I use it a lot because I think it's very versatile, it's compliment pulling, and it's easy to wear, and girls also like it. Next one up, guys, that I would really love to keep in my collection if I have to throw out the other fragrances is this one. This is called Tom Ford's Beau de Jour. This one, and it is a, what you can say, a little bit more mature fragrance. It smells like lavender in the opening, then when it dry down hits, it has a little bit more oak mossy type of a vibe to it, which I like personally, but some people think it's a little bit too mature, and I can understand that. So if you are in the younger age, maybe 18 to 25, maybe you should sample this fragrance first, but because it has a little bit more mature twist to it. But this one I really love to wear in the springtime, when I'm out, maybe I'm walking in a park and stuff like that. It smells like a lavender garden from Provence, in my opinion. I think it's a beautiful scent, really well blended. It performs like crazy, guys. You really get what you pay for with this fragrance, in my opinion. It costs like $80 for a 50 milliliter bottle, so it's a little bit more in the higher end price range, but I think it's worth every penny, if you like this scent, of course. Next up, of course, it's a really expensive fragrance, but I have to say I love this fragrance still, and this is Creed Aventus. This is a bottle from 2018. So this is a little bit more, little bit older batch. This has a little bit more yellow liquid in it if you compare it to the Creed Aventus that is released today. I don't know if you can pick it up in the camera here. So it's not super long lasting as the original fragrance or as the classic fragrance bottles that were released like 2014, 2015 or something like that. But it's also, but it's really well performing in my opinion if you compare it to the newer batches of Creed Aventus. This batch particularly smells a lot like pineapple. It doesn't have that super musky or smoky type of scent that I know some batches of Creed Aventus have. But I really love this batch of Creed Aventus actually. But I know it's pricey, but as I told you before guys, I don't take in consideration the price point of these type of fragrances, just I like how they smell on me personally. And the last fragrance of course is my favorite summer fragrance at the moment. A fragrance that I used like crazy this summer, and I think I would be happy just to have this only fragrance as a summer fragrance. And this is Varvatos Artisan Pure, guys. A lovely fragrance, a lovely bottle. Looks like, yeah, I don't know, some really nature-like bottle with a wooden cap. Yeah, it's a lovely fragrance. Smells like citrus with a little bit of niche quality to this fragrance. It's not a typical boring citrus fragrance. I love it so much. It's ridiculous what I love this fragrance. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, guys. The only downside to this fragrance is that it doesn't really last that long. So of course you have to spray it a lot. I think it's moderate sillage, moderate longevity on this fragrance. But if it's really hot, of course it evaporates quicker. So this is the last fragrance that I would keep in my collection because I want to drink this fragrance. I want to drink it in a little bottle. I want to put up a little glass, you know, in the side when I'm sitting at beach. I want to spray this fragrance. I want to drink it because it smells like it's extremely nice lemonade. You know, I can't really get enough of this fragrance. And if you are a fan of citrus summer fragrances, if you like, what can I say? If you like, yeah, citrus fragrances. If you like fragrances that smells citrusy, that smells fresh and bright and clean, and you haven't tried this one, guys, please try it at least in a sample before they run out of the stock of this fragrance, because they have filed for bankruptcy, Varvatos, I've heard. So I don't know how long these fragrances will be in stock, so maybe it's time to buy a bottle, guys, or at least try it. Ah, shit. Okay, guys, so this was my 5 fragrances that I want to keep if I'm gonna throw out the rest. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks for clicking that subscribe button. More videos is coming soon, of course. Try to grind a lot this upcoming autumn and stuff like that. So stay in touch, keep yourself healthy, click that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon so you never miss an update when I release a new video. And of course, guys, write in the comment section what is your favorite 5 fragrances that you would like to keep if you have to throw out the rest in your collection. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I love you. Bye bye.